The following is a special presentation of Extreme E-Speed TV, your new home for everything iRacing and E-Speed.
Welcome to Extreme E-Speed TV. I am Travis Piercefield, and it is the 2023 Icebreaker 100 coming live from Cedar Lake Speedway, as it is AC Customs Graphics preliminary night. This is Room A here on the Extreme E-Speed TV YouTube channel. If you're looking for Room B, that's on the Pro Late Model Dirt Series Facebook page. They're up and running as well as we head towards Houston Guttering time trials here from Cedar Lake, and we've got 50 cars here. There's going to be 12 that will advance to tomorrow's 100-lap main event, and lots of racing action here tonight to whittle this field down. I am joined tonight by Andy Piercefield. Andy, they come in here to Cedar Lake Speedway. Walk us through what this track can do and what are you going to try to do here, especially with that 50-lap feature tonight.
Yeah, the track's going to be ever-changing, Travis. I'm really excited to see it. We got a lot of cars going to run on this track tonight, so I think you're going to see it. It's going to go through a couple, changes throughout the night, and what'll be who can master the changes, who can move up to the wall when they need to, who can get down to the bottom when they need to. Should be an awful exciting prelim night here.
Well, and as you mentioned, we've got 50 cars here in this Room A. 12 will advance out of our feature event tonight. Of course, that is going to be one of the AC Custom Graphics 50s, so 50 laps there with 24 cars. We'll have Houston Guttering time trials to kick off the night. Carrier heat races will set up that feature starting lineup. We'll have a 12-lap Combs Cuts Last Chance Showdown. And then, of course, that AC Custom Graphics 50-lap event here tonight. And looking at the cars, we've got them scrolling across the top of the screen. Many have been on the track. It looks like 47 of them have made laps. And, Andy, there's some of them out there. I look at a Ty Giles, Landon Newman. They've turned 50-plus laps here in this warm-up session already.
Yeah, they're out there. A lot of guys haven't ran much here. They're trying to get used to it, and it's just going to be exciting to see all the different lines these guys are going to be trying. And plus, got to keep in mind, Travis, tomorrow night pays $1,000 to win.
$1,000 tomorrow night, and that is what we're preparing for here in prelim night. As I mentioned, this is Room A. If you're looking for Room B or you want to get them both going at the same time, go over to the Pro Late Model Dirt Series Facebook page. Cody Early and Brandon Combs are over there on that call, as we've got two AC Custom Graphics 50-lap features here tonight to help set that field for that $1,000 payoff tomorrow. Well, the drivers are currently in the drivers meeting preparing to get out on the track in Houston Guttering time trials. We're going to take a quick commercial break. A couple of our sponsors here helping support the week of racing here, and we will be back from Cedar Lake Speedway.
Dyer Trucking in Mohawk, Tennessee is family-owned and operated, and their main goal is to always please their customers and deliver their freight in a timely manner. If you need it hauled and you're in East Tennessee, the number you need is 423-393-4229. That's 423-393-4229. Dyer Trucking's also on Facebook. Pick up the phone and give Brad and his family a call today. Dyer Trucking. If you need it, they can get it. Find them on Facebook.
welcome back to Cedar Lake Speedway as we have AC Custom Graphics preliminary night here for the Icebreaker 100 as cars finish up some hot laps out on the track. We're about 5 minutes away from Houston guttering time trials. And Andy, looking down through the field, a lot of names, but not many that we've seen here in the past pick up heat and wins here for this Icebreaker 100. So there's going to be an opportunity for some new names to make a name for themselves, at least here with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series sanctioned events and Extreme E-Speed TV.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that haven't ran it before. Seems to be a lot of new guys, but there's a few guys that have been around. So I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of really experienced late model drivers in here. I'm really excited to see how it shakes out.
It's currently Maverick Davidson is atop the charts here in this hot lap session. He's turned almost 60 laps. Colton Herbert in the top 5 as well. Brandon Bolton, Trey Davis, Ty Giles, your top 5 fastest here, as they are all under 13 seconds. About half the field under 13 seconds here in this hot lap session. And Andy, you touched on it a little bit. Obviously 50 laps here later tonight. But how will the track change during the heat races even before getting to that feature event?
Well, I think what we're going to see is, I think you're going to see some guys qualifying, and the track still got a little bit of bite in it. They've worn it out pretty good, but somebody's going to move up top and really rip the lip, and that's when they're going to get some speed out of it. So I don't know. We'll just kind of wait and see. I think a little bit later on, what's going to happen by midway through that feature, they're going to be able to move down, and I think it's going to widen out into at least 2 lanes.
Well, as we mentioned, everyone trying to make it to tomorrow night's Icebreaker 100, the 4th annual. Of course, 2020 went to Craig Swartz. That was a 200 to win. Ryan Underwood came out in 2021 with a 400 to win. And then, of course, the current 1,000 to win went to Chance Carr last year in the 2022 event. But as we look ahead to Houston Guttering Time Trials, again, in 2020, it was Craig Swartz, a 13.618. The record for Icebreaker 100 fastest qualifiers was 2021 Devin Cardwell, a 13.202 with his quick time. So we will see who comes away with Houston Guttering Time Trials room number 1 quick time here tonight, as of course that will set your carrier heat races to kick off our night of racing. And Andy, you've been out on the track recently with a 50-lap event here at Cedar Lake with the tire compound. What do you expect from a tire drop-off here tonight?
Yeah, they're going to fall off quite a bit, Travis. I think they're going to heat up is what the problem's going to be. And when them tires heat up, they start losing grip. So they're going to have to, with the way the track is and with the number of laps we're going to run, I think you're going to see some comers and goers later in that race. And it'll be who can take care of their equipment and get it to the end with the best tires.
So hot laps continue. Plenty of drivers still out on the track. Looking at it now, we've had 49 cars on the track, as it has been busy here preparing for tonight's AC Custom Graphics 50 preliminary race A. As mentioned, go over to the Pro Late Model Dirt Series Facebook page. You can get room B up as well, as they are doing just the same here at Cedar Lake, preparing for their 50 competitors looking to make that AC Custom Graphics 50 lap race as well. Looking down through the field, Andy, anyone jump out to you that think could make a name for themselves or already has the name, but they could make some damage here on the Cedar Lake track tonight?
I've seen a couple of guys down in there. I see Richard Murtaugh Jr.'s down in there. I see a Landon Price down in there. I think there's quite a few guys that can make a run at this thing. I'm looking right now, Travis, in this Hunter Lagoons, I believe it's Lagunas, that's out on the track right now. He's turning low 14s at the start of hot laps, he was in the right around 13 flat. So the track's fallen off about a second. It's going to be interesting. This qualifying is going to be really tight.
And with these drivers, I mean, we've got some drivers that have turned 90 laps out here during this hot lap session. Are you just basically turning laps to see what happens and where you can find some additional speed out on the track as that tire drops off and the track changes?
Yeah, I think a lot of them are doing tire testing, trying to see what happens in that 50-lap run. Because now tomorrow night, the 100 laps, it'll be a whole different thing. So this could be a little practice for that also.
Well, with that, the checkered flag will wave on hot laps as we will move on to Houston guttering time trials here from Cedar Lake. As the field gets ready, as mentioned, 50 cars took to hot lap session. And we have plenty of cars hitting out there on the track as we ride along with that 03. That's Brady Neff. Some good-looking late models here tonight, Andy.
Yeah, I was just looking at some of these wraps. I've got to get my car rewrapped for the new season coming up. I'm looking for some good ideas.
So we have times coming in. They'll be over there to your left. It's Neff at the top of the charts here to get us started. As another group completes their time, Waddle, a 14.16.
Yeah, as you can see, Travis, fast time setting at 14.1. We were hot lapping in the upper 12-second bracket.
Well, I'm looking, we're about a second slower than our quickest time ever in Houston guttering time trials. Can that be attributed to the tire or the track just being different this year than we've seen in the past?
Yeah, the track's worn out. Track, they took a lot of moisture out of it during them hot laps. So it's going to be more of a driver track. They're going to have to, it's not like they can just go out there and stand on it. They're going to have to finesse the cars around there.
So Waddle's still sitting atop the charts.
Yeah, Richard Murtaugh sitting there fourth. Got Lucas Rourke and Corey Miller sitting there second and third. It's awful tight. I'm looking back through, and it's about a half a second, Travis, over the whole field.
As times are changing quickly as the cars get their qualifying session in. Riding, watching Dalton Butcher, he's currently 15th fastest. Sam Mars out there, he's currently sitting in 3rd fastest. Adam Miller. Ty Giles out there completing his lap, 10th fastest, a 14.22. So from first to the bottom, it was about a second. Very tight within there. And with that, we're going to prepare to go to carrier heat race number 1. Carrier heat race number 1 is going to line up like this. It's Nathan Waddle. He was our quick time in Houston guttering time trials next to Ryan Smith. Braden Watson in row number 2 alongside Kyle Johnson. Landon Price in 5th next to Jaden Sheehan. 7th, Kendrick Hicks alongside Josh Van Westen. And Bo Krebs will round out the 9-car field. So 8 laps here in Carrier Heat Race number 1.
So it looks like we got the top 3 are advancing, right, Travis?
Yes, I believe so. Of course, being able to lock yourself into that feature event takes one of the stresses away from here tonight, of course. Of course, everybody wanting to be a part of that top 12 in that feature event tonight. As they make their way through 3 and 4, green flag will wave, and we are racing at Cedar Lake. It's the AC Custom Graphics Prelim night.
Leader got a great jump on him there.
Waddle jumps out. They're 2x2 behind him. That's the 93 of Watson. Ryan Smith gets wide. That will clear Watson, and now it's a 3-wide battle for third.
Yeah, as you can see, Watson's running lower. So Ryan Smith was trying to run the top. I see he's pulled her back down to the bottom now.
The 27 of Price will fall in line behind Smith. As they're still trying to chase down Waddle out front. He's led it all so far. 3 laps down, and he's running middle line there through the corners, Andy.
A couple guys are moving up, trying to see if they can make something happen. Whoa, we got the 5 car spinning around. It looks like he saved it.
So the front 2 have broken away. You have to go back to Ryan Smith, Landon Price as they battle for that 3rd spot. Now the battle is back in the pack. You've got the 25 of Johnson, the 168 of Krebs. That's a battle for the 6th spot. But out front, it is still Nathan Waddle. Our quick time in Houston guttering time trials. He'll take the white flag. One more lap here in Carrier Heat Race number 1. Through 3 and 4. Heat race number 1 will go to Nathan Waddle, Braden Watson 2nd, Ryan Smith in 3rd.
Yeah, I thought the top of the track was going to be a little bit better. We'll see what happens as we move through these 6 heat races. And right now they're running about a car and a half up off the bottom. It looks to me like the top still got a little bit to go, and it'll start coming in. Yeah, Hayden George got up underneath him there. He's putting some pressure on him. Cam Harrison, the 32, is getting a nice run up off the corners. I think he's going to make some move here. Yeah, we just gotta wait for the track to rubber up a little bit more, and I think we're gonna see it. I would think we'd see the groove start to move up. Yeah, it's still a little tough to pass. We'll see what happens here. Track looks nice and smooth tonight. We just gotta let it finish baking in. A lot of contact back there for third and fourth, Travis. Yeah, they're starting. Well, we just lost one off turn one, went right down into the pits. I don't think it's going to bring out a green or a yellow, I mean. Yep, it looks like he got a big run on him. Oh, we got one up in the fence, down in one, Travis. Yeah, Herbert definitely is making 1 and 2 up on top work. They're Yeah, I think we're going to see somebody jump up there quicker this time, now that they've seen it. Another good-looking heat race of cars. Yeah, he got a big run off from 2. Let's see what he does this time down in 1 and 2. Yeah, normally what happens, Travis, 1 and 2, it's just shaped different, where you can go up and run the top through 1 and 2, and it makes it more of a challenge. Down in 3 and 4, it's just the shape of the corners are completely different. Hey, Travis, sorry to interrupt you, but it looks like we might be having trouble with our video.
There we go. We are back. Sorry about that. So we're restarting halfway through carrier heat race number 4 here. Miller Giles. Miller will take the lead off into 1. Giles using that outside line. Miller able to hold on to the lead here. Giles falls in line. Butcher up to third, Solari in fourth. Benefield's now falling back to fifth since the green flag has waved. They'll battle.
Giles. I was going to say, Travis, Giles is definitely putting some pressure on him, but the 38 car of Dalton Butcher seems to be picking the pace up.
So it'll be Corey Miller, your winner in Carrier Heat Race number 4. As we now move on to Carrier Heat Race number 5. It's Richard Murtaugh Jr. alongside Chase Barbara. Third will be Dalton Kane alongside Landon Newman. Fifth, Brandon Bolton next to Brody Smith. Zach Dillon in seventh next to Chase Dunau. And Paul Pfeiffer will be in the 9th position.
I tell you what, Travis, these have been 4 really clean heat races.
That they have, as we have 2 more remaining, including this one here.
I'm just a little surprised that we haven't had guys battling a little bit harder trying to get up in that top 3. Guys have been very respectful of each other.
As we get ready to go back to racing action. Green flag waves. We're back racing. Murtaugh out front. Kane down to the inside. Barbara up behind Murtaugh in that outside line.
Oh, they're getting bunched up there. He might not have wanted to ride that top through 3 and 4. Cost him a little time.
As the caution flag waves, it looks like it's Chase Dunau in the 37 that will bring out that caution as he jumps into the work area. And we'll get him lined back up and back to racing action.
I look for Richard to maybe adjust his line a little bit through 3 and 4. He got ran up on pretty good there. We'll see.
So Murtaugh will bring us back to racing action. 3 laps complete. Newman now will restart in outside row number 2. As Barbara was able to jump up there early.
All right, I think we're going to have a hay burner here for the last few laps.
Murtaugh brings us back to green, 4 laps to go. Contact for second. You've got the 31 of Newman trying to use that outside line as Kane and Barbara side by side to the inside. More contact through 1 and 2. The 31 of Newman has issues in 1 and 2 as he went to the outside. White flag will wave this time for Murtaugh as they're still side by side behind him. And now the 24 of Bolton looks to get into that top 3. It's Murtaugh out front. Battle for second will go to Barbara. Kane will end up in third.
That was a great race right there, Travis.
So Murtaugh will win Carrier Heat Race number 5. As we will get lined up for Carrier Heat Race number 6. Hunter Lagunas alongside Robbie Milburn, row number 1. Anthony Brown alongside Tyler Rice in row number 2. Starting 5th will be Trey Davis next to Maverick Davidson. Adam Miller in 7th and James Braswell Jr. in 8th.
Track's definitely getting widened out.
Track is changing as we get through our carrier heat races. Of course, we will have our Combs Cuts Last Chance Showdown coming up next. Lagunas will take us to green. As the excitement builds for our AC Custom Graphics 50 prelim feature tonight with racing we've seen the last couple carrier heat races. So it'll be 50 laps to get into that top 12 to transfer to tomorrow's 1,000 to win. Green flag waves and we're back to racing action here at Cedar Lake.
Oh, we got a big pile up on the backstretch.
Caution flag will wave as we see Tyler Rice into the wall. Plenty of damage to his machine. There's the 34 of Trey Davis. He'll pull into the work area as well. And
Yeah, they were crowding up to 3 wide coming off from 2.
So we'll get them lined back up and get back to carrier heat race number 6.
So the big winner out of that looks like it was Maverick Davidson. He's up to 4th from his 6th starting spot.
Mavericks was in the 2022 Icebreaker 100 last year. He came away with a 21st place finish. As we get lined back up, get ready to go back to green. Look through the field, James Braswell Jr., he finished 2nd in last year's prelim night. The 80 of Milburn gets into the wall there in 1 and 2. He's able to correct and have that momentum down the backstretch. Got Milburn and Maverick Davidson, that outside line. As Davidson will now move into the transfer spot. Oh! The 80 of Milburn goes around. Davidson goes by. Caution flag will wave, as that will shake up our top 3 transfer spots.
Looked to me like the 80 lost it. Spun on his own before Davidson had nowhere to go and kind of clipped him.
That puts Davidson and Milburn both outside that top 3 transfer. So So we'll take 3 from this carrier heat race, and then 6 from our last chance qualifier. That will set our field for tonight's AC Custom Graphics 50.
I feel like Davidson's in a good spot there to transfer, Travis. He's on the outside, sitting there in 4th. He seems to be liking it up top.
Green flag waves. Laguna is able to jump out. Davidson, as you mentioned, trying to use that outside line. He's got him 2x2 in front of him with Braswell Jr. and Brown. Davidson will move down to the inside as he is able to get past Brown and into that 3rd spot. Final lap, the front 3 able to break away. It's going to be Laguna as your winner. Braswell Jr. and Davidson, as you called it, Andy, will move into that 3rd and final transfer spot.
Yeah, that last lap got a little messy coming down the backstretch.
And with that, we'll get ready for our Combs Cuts Last Chance Showdown. It's going to be Landon Price next to Dustin Christian on row number 1. Brandon Bolton alongside Kendrick Hicks. Easton Hunter in 5th next to Brody Smith. Bo Krebs alongside Trent Curtis. And row number 5 will be Zach Dillon next to Kyle Johnson. Starting 11th will be Joey Haas next to Chase Dunow. 13th, Jaden Sheehan alongside Nicholas McDougall. Landon Newman 15th, Josh Van Westen 16th, and rounding out the field will be Jason Dudley, who does not appear to be gridding.
Oh, I see. We're running a C and a B, Travis.
So 2. So it'll be
Taking 3 out of each.
3 out of this one, 3 out of the next.
All right, so we're down. This is these guys' last chance to make it into tomorrow night. This could be exciting.
Be Price and Christian, row number 1. Green flag waves, and we're back to racing action. 12 laps. Front 2 break away as there is a big group of cars. Around they go, up into the wall. There are a couple different incidences. There's the 99 of Christian. He started 2nd, quickly back in the pack.
Well, that wreck started at one end of the track and it ended at the other end of the track. That wreck went on for quite a while.
So we will get ready to get back. Price and Bolton will be on the front row. You see Jaden Sheehan up there at the top of turn number 1. So 10 laps remaining. We'll see if that holds once we get back to racing action.
Yeah, Dustin Christensen got the worst of that. He's back in 11th spot, starting outside front row.
Well, with this being a last chance for some of these drivers and only 3 cars moving on, the urgency starts now to get up to the front.
Absolutely.
So it'll be Krebs and Hunter in row number 2. Let's price the control cars. Been where you've wanted to be thus far here at Cedar Lake. Looks like the lights are still on the pace truck, so we'll do at least one more lap around here.
Yeah, they're moving a couple guys to the back of the field. I think the 64 of Hicks and the 99 of Christian have both been given EOLs. They're going to the end of the longest line.
As race control continues to get everyone set and ready to go. There goes Hicks. Price, Bolton, Krebs, Hunter, and Haas, your top 5. As the lights go off, that pace truck out front. Pace truck will exit the corner there.
Oh, got a big pile up down into one.
Pile up. Looks like we're still green.
Yeah, we're still
There we go.
wrecking.
There's the caution. We had an awkward looking start there that led to that caution.
Yeah, that was a little ugly there.
So the lights are quickly off the pace car again. We'll see if we're going back to green this time. Green flag waved. We're back to racing action. It's Price, Bolton, Krebs, your top 3. Quickly heats up from that 3rd spot on. White flag waves. It's still Price. 31 of Newman trying to use that outside line.
Oh, we got one upside down to 1 and 2. They're leaving the green out.
So Price will come out of 4. 31 will look to move into 3rd. It will be Newman. Just beats Krebs at the line. Price will win. Bolton in 2nd. As it got hot there for that top 3 transfer spot. And we'll wait for that official finish to wrap up. And we will move on to our next last chance qualifier.
I'll be right back.
Row number 1 is going to be Cam Harris alongside Patrick Solari. Row number 2, Robbie Milburn next to Brendan Smith. 5th, Luke Bishop and Adam Miller. 7th, Tyson Banks alongside Tyler Benefield. 9th will be Anthony Brown alongside Mike Knuckles. 11th, Dalton Roush next to Trey Davis. 13th, Benjamin Easler next to Garrett Halsey. Tyler Rice, 15th, next to Cole McCubbin. 17th, Lane Foyles alongside Paul Pfeiffer. So 12 more laps here, and our field for tonight's feature event will be set as we look to take 3 more drivers. And as we saw in that last chance qualifier, you may have to make a move to get into that top 3. So Harris had a strong performance in his carrier heat race. See if he's able to keep it out front here in this one. Milburn, of course, a fast car as well. As we go back to racing action, green flag waves. It's going to be Smith that jumps out to that outside line in 1 and 2. Harris, Solari, Milburn stay to the inside. Smith slowly working his way up closer to the top 3. Milburn trying to hold off now Bishop and Miller. Brendan Smith has fallen in behind them. Milburn's the first car up to the wall as he's trying to hold on to that third and final transfer spot. Out front it's still Cam Harris, Solari. Three wide battle back here. That's for the 6th position. Up front, it's still Cam Harris. Solari, caution comes out. It looks like Anthony Brown involved. See the damage to his 19 machine. As we were getting closer and closer to that halfway mark here in this last chance qualifier. So Cam Harris, Solari, and Milburn, your top 3. Bishop will start outside row number 2. We get ready to go back to racing action. Green flag waves. Harris will jump out to that outside line up in front of Solari. 3 wide action behind them with Milburn, Bishop. Brendan Smith involved there as well as he'll poke his nose to the inside. The 44 of Bishop has the advantage going off into 1 and 2. Milburn will pop out. That gives the 3rd spot over to Luke Bishop. Caution flag will wave. Looks like a 3-car incident, including Tyler Rice, Dalton Roush, and Benjamin Easler. As we have 3 laps remaining for 3 cars to advance. So we'll get back to racing action. Harris, Solari, Smith, your top 3, Bishop. Bishop's actually in 3rd right now. So Brandon Smith in 4th. Green flag waves. Brennan Smith will be the first car to the outside there in the 4th spot. White flag will wave this time by for Cam Harris. Big wreck at the line. Will stay green. The 34 goes off the track in 1 and 2. It's going to be Cam Harris winning the last chance showdown. Solari, Bishop, your top 3. And just like that, the field is set for tonight's AC Custom Graphics 50 Preliminary Room Number A feature event. So with that, we will have an intermission break here. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will talk through tonight's AC Custom Graphics 50. Since the field is set, you're watching Extreme E-Speed TV from Cedar Lake Speedway for the 2023 Icebreaker 100.
Dyer Trucking in Mohawk, Tennessee is family owned and operated, and their main goal is to always please their customers and deliver their freight in a timely manner. If you need it hauled and you're in East Tennessee, the number you need is 423-393-4229. That's 423-393-4229. Dyer Trucking's also on Facebook. Pick up the phone and give Brad and his family a call today. Dyer Trucking. If you need it, they can get it. Find them on Facebook. Dyer Trucking in Mohawk, Tennessee is family owned and operated, and their main goal is to always please their customers and deliver their freight in a timely manner. If you need it hauled and you're in East Tennessee, the number you need is 423-393-4229. That's 423-393-4229. Dyer Trucking's also on Facebook. Pick up the phone and give Brad and his family a call today. Dyer Trucking. If you need it, they can get it. Find them on Facebook.
Welcome back to Cedar Lake Speedway as we are getting ready for our AC Custom Graphics 50 Room A. 50 laps here will transfer 12 to tomorrow's 1,000 to win Icebreaker 100 right here from Cedar Lake Speedway. So some great carrier heat racing action there, and then the last chance qualifiers, Andy. What should we expect here for 50 laps?
Well, I think we're going to see a good race. I think if we can get some laps under our belt and get the guys moving around a little bit, the track is definitely spread out. We had some guys running the very bottom, and we had some guys running all the way up top.
Currently watching Lucas Rourke out there. He was able to pick up carrier heat race number 2, as it looks like the checkered flag will wave on our warm-up session here, and we'll get ready to grid that field for tonight's AC Custom Graphics prelim race. They'll line up like this. It's Nathan Waddle alongside Lucas Rourke in row number 1, Colton Herbert next to Corey Miller. Row number 3, Richard Murtaugh Jr. next to Hunter Lagunas. Those are your 6 carrier heat race winners. Braden Watson next to Bubba Rolling. Sam Mars and Ty Giles will round out the top 10. Starting 11th, it's Chase Barbara next to James Braswell Jr. 13th, Ryan Smith next to Hayden George. Brady Neff in 15th next to Dalton Butcher. 17th, Dalton Kane alongside Maverick Davidson. Landon Price in 19th next to Cam Harris. Brandon Bolton 21st next to Patrick Solari. 23rd, Landon Newman next to Luke Bishop. And that is your 24 car field.
So we're taking 12, and they'll run tomorrow night in the 100 lapper, Travis. So I look for this to be a pretty exciting event.
Well, looking to take 12. And as we've seen, that transfer spot can be the hottest battle on the track. So Waddell Rourke will make up row number 1. 50 laps around this Cedar Lake Speedway. As the anticipation for this one. Of course, thank you to everyone tuning in and watching. If you're in the chat, make your pick for the winner here tonight in Room A for the AC Custom Graphics preliminary race. As Waddell Rourke still on row number 1. There goes the pace truck as we get ready to go racing action. Green flag waves and we're back to racing here at Cedar Lake. Big group of cars from the 5th place on. Nose to tail at the exit of turn number 4, the 33.
Yeah, back there, 4th through 7th, we've got them door to door beating on each other pretty good, but they're all being pretty clean about it.
A lot of give and take. As you see Mars down to the inside there as he's trying to make a move. It's still Waddle out front with Rourke in second. The front 4 nose to tail around the outside. We're watching the racing in the back where they're 3 wide. Murtaugh runs in the 7th spot now. Braswell Jr. There goes Mars. The 93. They all stay going straight.
That was a big wreck that just never happened.
Still contact back in the pack. And great racing here to get us going. Six laps into this one is Rourke now trying to work that inside of Waddell. They're both that outside line. Caution flag will wave. It looks like it's for Ryan Smith. So a couple close calls, Andy, but nothing until here on lap number 7. So Waddell was able to hold off Rourke. Of course, the top 5 will transfer to tomorrow's Icebreaker 100. as Waddell, Rourke, Miller, Herbert, your front four. Really, the front five were able to break away. Once you got back to Lagunas and Murtaugh, that's where the real racing started. 3 wide, contact, give and take. So they get lined back up, get ready to go back to racing action. Green flag waves. There goes Waddell to the front. Rourke in second. They're 2 by 2 behind them with Herbert and Miller. 3 wide on the exit of turn number 2. And again, around that 33 of Murtaugh is where things get wild with 3 wide racing action, trying to move up towards the front. Ty Giles is currently in that 12th transfer spot. '23 of Barbara, he had a fast car in his carrier heat race. He's back at it now into the 8th position. Just like that, 11 laps down. Murtaugh still side by side.
He's starting to make the bottom work, Travis.
And he's got Barbara behind him. Laguna is there in that group as well. Up front, it's still Waddell. He's got Rourke in second. Herbert rolling, your top 4. They're content as they run. As Barbara and Murtaugh continue to use that inside line. Miller and Lagunas to their outsides, and now Neff in that 0-3 enters the picture as well. Murtaugh will clear this group, as will Barbara, and now they'll get single file, try to track down that front 4 up ahead. This battle's been going on since the latest green flag. Mars, Giles. That's Price in the 27.
Yeah, they're really bunched up back there.
Price and Giles use that outside line in their carrier heat races. They're back at it in this one. They currently run 15th and 16th as we've got 18 laps complete.
Yep, right now we got Davidson sitting in that last transfer spot. And we got a yellow out, Travis.
It's Dalton Butcher as you see the damage to his right side. As he'll move to the work area, it's still Waddell out front.
I'm curious to see how the tires hold up, Travis. We're getting up there close to the halfway point, but I think we're going to see some tire fade on some of these guys.
Front 4 have been able to break away and have really rode around nose to tail up along the outside for a majority of this one. See if that'll pay off for them, as the chaos has really been 5th on back here during this one. Big movers Cam Harris, he's up 11 spots into the top 10 as Waddell will lead us back to green. Green flag waves.
Good racing through 3 and 4 there, Travis.
Back in the pack 3 wide. Caution flag waves. Hayden George brings out our latest caution. And we'll get them lined back up. So Waddell, Rourke, Herbert, Rolling. Your front 4 still. Looks like Maverick Davidson continues to be that 12th and final transfer spot in the 112.
Yeah, he's got some good cars around him. We got Giles and Mars back there with him. That's going to be a good race for that. Long ways to go, Travis. Long ways to go.
Green flag waves. We're back to racing action. Waddell, Rourke, fall back in line. Murtaugh down to the inside. He's used that inside line thus far. Oh, it looks like Mars is sideways back in the pack. He'll keep it going straight as they correct again. Contact up ahead between the 93 and 31. And Andy Murtaugh's used that inside line, move up into the 4th spot.
Yeah, he gets a nice run coming off from 2. Oh, we got a yellow again.
Braden Watson, who we just saw make some contact, brings out our latest caution. We get closer and closer to that halfway mark here in our AC Custom Graphics preliminary night. Of course, 12 cars will transfer to tomorrow's 1,000 to win.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Murtaugh's running around the bottom and getting a nice run off from 2. I don't know if the bottom of 3 and 4 will get to that point or if the group will move back up top as we get later into this feature, Travis. But they're definitely the track keeps moving around tonight.
Green flag waves. Waddell fall back up in front of Rourke. Rourke now has the Herbert machine to his inside. Murtaugh jumps to the outside for the first time tonight as well. Murtaugh has brought that race, side-by-side racing, up into the top 4 now. You also have Lagunas bringing a line of cars through the inside. He's up to the 6th spot. First through 7th, single file up front.
Giles has moved up into the top 12, Travis. We got a big pack back there. Looks like from about 8th to 13th.
Giles is using that outside line. He's now cleared 2 there. Still working the 0-3 a Neff. is a great run here for Giles. 31 of Newman now into that 12th transfer spot. He's worked his way up now as well. Newman started at the rear and has now made his way up into a transfer spot as Landon Price will bring out our latest caution. We had just watched him move up through the field slightly.
I tell you, Travis, it looks like Chase Barbara's come up from 11th to 6th. And then we got Dalton Kane in the 7th car, started 17th. He's up into 8th.
So in the first half of this one, cars were able to move up through the field. It's still Waddell Rourke, that front two. Everything behind them has shuffled around though, and now is Murtaugh Jr. into that 3rd spot. Green flag waves, 22 laps to go. Murtaugh jumps back down to the inside now. He's used that inside line to make his way up towards the front. That front group staying tight together now. Caution flag waves. Looks like Luke Bishop involved. Big group of cars over there in turn number 4. As we now enter 20 laps to go for 12 drivers to advance to tomorrow's main event.
Well, looks like the 10 car of Giles is getting put to the rear. He had a nice run going, getting up into there. So he's going to give up a transfer spot, see if he can get back up in there. All right, here we go, Travis. We're getting ready.
Waddell Rourke, Herbert Murtaugh, your front 2 rows. Maverick Davidson remains in that 12th and final transfer spot. Landon Newman up 13 spots. He is in 10th now. Green flag comes back out. 20 laps to go. Waddell Rourke shoot out front. Behind them, Herbert Murtaugh as the caution flag waves. It's Hayden George. There's the 93. That's Braden Watson. And we'll wait to get them lined back up. Get the green lights back on here at Cedar Lake.
Oh, Sam Mars tore the front end right off from his car. He's got no right front left on it. He heads down into the pit. Maverick Davidson's back up into the, let's see, he's in about the 12th spot, Travis. He's that last transfer car again. Davidson just got an EOL. He's going to the back of the field. Darn it, he's been battling right there all night.
Well, green flag comes back out. As it's quickly, Rourke is under attack from Herbert. Herbert down to the inside, Murtaugh behind him on the outside line. He's got Waddell in front of him still. 3 wide back with Murtaugh for a moment. That's Bubba Rawling there in the 18 to the inside. Bubba Rawling looks like he'll enter the pits there in 1. Green will stay out. Waddell out front. Rourke, Herbert, and Murtaugh, your top 4 still. Caution back in the pack. Looks like Landon Price involved. There was somebody else sideways back there in 3 and 4.
So it looks like we got what? We got Corey Miller sitting in 12th, Luke Bishop and Landon Newman 11 and 10. I'm kind of watching that area, that last transfer car. Got a lot going on back there.
Time is running out as we've got 16 laps to go here to get into the top 12. Still stop the cars here to get them caught up behind the pace truck. Waddell and Herbert out front. So 16 laps to go when we go back to green here. Waddell is led from the beginning. Rourke has been right there beside him the entire way. The heat has turned up each restart behind them. There's the green flag. Back to racing action. As Rourke in contact with second as Herbert moves into the second spot. Caution flag waves. Rourke went around with that contact. As his tire will roll down the hill there. There was contact just as they went into turn number 1. Down to 15 laps to go.
That was a tough break right there.
Well, we'll shake up the front 4 ever so more. Now all of a sudden we've got Barbara in that second spot. Murtaugh in 3rd. Laguna's 4th. Cam Harris in 5th. Cam Harris up 15 spots, started 20th, now into the top 5. Right behind him, Luke Bishop up 18. He started at the rear, now into the 6th position. So Waddell takes us back to green. That's where he's been this entire race. 15 laps to go. Barbara now in the 2nd spot. Murtaugh down to the inside in 3rd. There comes the 93 onto the track right in front of the leaders.
Oh my gosh. What a huge mistake that was.
That was Braden Watson coming on the track right in front of the leaders. So Barbara Murtaugh, row number 1. Green flag waves. Back to racing action here. 14 now laps to go. Barbara leads, Murtaugh behind him, Lagunas, and now Cam Harris up into the top 4. See the 31 of Newman now enter that picture into the top 5 as well. Barber uses that outside line. He's got the momentum around Murtaugh. Murtaugh's used that inside line to move up through the field, so we know he can make it work.
Yeah, it looks like if he's going to do it, it's going to be down to 1 and 2, Travis. That's where he's getting the run on him.
Cam Harris now under attack from Newman in the 31. Laguna still rides in that 5th spot. Nine laps to go as Murtaugh now falls in line behind Barbara through 1 and 2. Newman continuing to work on Harris. Murtaugh will slide in front of Barbara. He won't be able to make it stick as Barbara will battle back. Contact. They'll correct it at the exit of turn number 4. That opens the door for Cam Harris to the inside. Newman to the inside of him now as it's a 4-car battle out front. Barbara remains the leader with 6 laps to go. Murtaugh goes back down to the inside in 1 and 2.
Got a good battle in the back, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Got Corey Miller sitting in the final transfer spot.
Lagunas goes sideways through 1 and 2. He'll keep it going straight as Murtaugh and Barbara still side by side for the lead. Cam Harris watching from the 3rd spot. 4 laps to go. Murtaugh is able to pull ahead down the backstretch this time. 2 to go as they cross the start-finish line.
Landon Price just made the move around Corey Miller for that 12th spot.
Murtaugh has the lead coming out of turn number 4 for the white flag. Barbara second, Cam Harris, Newman in 4th, Giles up to 5th. Down the backstretch for the final time, it's the 33 of Murtaugh. Through 3 and 4, he will advance to tomorrow and pick up a prelim win. Barbara second, Newman third, Harris 4th, Giles 5th, Laguna as Mars, as it will be Hayden George in 11th and Corey Miller, the 12th and final transfer spot. And we will talk to Richard Murtaugh, Chase Barbara, and Landon Newman, your top 3 finishers.
Travis, I'm gonna head down to race control. I'll try and get back here during these interviews, but I'll see you back here in a few minutes.
So we will wait and see who's available to talk from this one. As it's Richard Murtaugh Jr., your winner here in Room A. Of course, tomorrow night we have that 1,000 to win Icebreaker 100 here from Cedar Lake Speedway.
Okay, the guys are down in the waiting room. Let me go grab one, Travis.
And joining us from Victory Lane, it is Richard Murtaugh. Richard, we watched you have an eventful evening there. Fell back early, had to make your way back up to the front. Walk us through your night here in this prelim feature event.
I was just kind of trying to get locked in. Literally ran like the whole race, just kind of saving my stuff, just trying to avoid the wall and stuff. So it was pretty much just me trying to stay clean the whole race and be there at the end. And that's kind of what happened. Was we had the cleanest car and was able to just kind of drive away and get the win.
It looked like you were able to jump out to that outside, but you were using that inside line to move up through the field as well. Was that your racing style, or was your car just able to move around and pick up speed wherever you needed it to?
I was really good up top, but the issue was just it's really hard to run the top with people right behind you, because if you mess up just a little bit and get turned, your race is kind of over. So I was just kind of playing it safe, rolling the bottom there, and trying to keep my car straight to not get turned. Like, that was the biggest thing. Like, we were all right on top of each other the entire race. So it was just kind of whoever could come out and not get turned there.
What can you take away from tonight's 50 laps as you go for 100 laps here tomorrow night?
The track's going to have a lot of characteristics. You could run top, bottom, middle, and be right there. So I haven't ran a track this slick in quite a while, so it was definitely a learning experience. So just kind of got practice more and really figure out how to run the wall and be more consistent on that. So definitely got to keep my car in one piece for the 100 lapper. Well,
great run tonight. Any sponsors you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, I got to start out with thanking all the guys at PremierRacingSetups.com. They've been helping me out a ton, all the guys back at the Discord. Rocky Racing Graphics, 180 Flood Drive Properties, RMR Racing, Unrivaled Cinematography, VP Racing Fuels, everyone for putting this on, and you guys for broadcasting. And special shout out to Jonathan Darby for spectating from the grandstands.
Well, great run tonight, Richard, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
That's Richard Murtaugh Jr., our winner. I'll throw it over to you, Andy. It looks like you've got Chase Barber, our second-place finisher tonight.
Yeah, I sure do. Hey, congratulations, Chase. You transfer into tomorrow night with a second-place finish. Kind of walk me through your race. How was it from your view?
I don't know. I was just avoiding the carnage, and that was my mindset. I mean, it was so slick out there. I mean, there wasn't really gonna be much passing straight up, so you just had to avoid all the wrecks and the incidents. And I just did that, and I don't know what happened. It was just all over the place, and I was just trying to hold on. Whenever I got out front there, my nose was destroyed. It didn't drive straight. I mean, I was swatting flies all over. But I mean, we'll start third or whatever tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter. It's 100 laps, and anything could happen in 100. So we gave ourselves a good starting spot, and it sucks to those two guys up front that they got took out by a lapper like that. I mean, that's just stupid in my opinion. But I mean, you can't control stupid, but that was it was a rough one, and I'm happy we got through it and finished good.
Yeah, good job. Well, you started 11th, you moved up, nice finish. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to, their sponsors and all?
I'd like to thank Speed Ranch, Dirty South Speed Shop, Cocky Floyd Consulting, JC Floyd, Lucas Truark, Tanner Tomasi, everyone that helps me out. That's about it. And you guys for putting on this race, putting up money for us.
All right, Chase. Well, congratulations and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Now joining us is our third place finisher. He started 23rd, brings it home in the top 3. Landon, passed a lot of cars tonight. Walk us through your night and your battles up to the front.
Really, it was just avoid all the wrecks. I mean, it was real sloppy out there. I'm just avoiding all of them, and that's what I did.
When you have a race like this, 50 laps, what can you take away for it and go into tomorrow night with maybe feeling better about as you have 100 laps tomorrow?
Yeah, with me starting 23rd, I didn't think I would end up here, but I feel like I could do a whole lot more with 100 laps. I felt like I had one of the faster cars on the track, so I'll definitely be ready for the 100 lapper tomorrow. Well,
we're excited to talk to you again tomorrow, hopefully. Any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yes, I'd like to shout out House of Speed, Wins Race Designs, like everybody at House of Speed. They've really helped me a lot to get here. Well, great run, Landon. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Yes, sir. Thank you. That's Landon Newman, your third place finisher. And with that is the end to Room A for prelim night here presented by AC Custom Graphics. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the Icebreaker 100 from Cedar Lake. Make sure you tune in and see 24 cars battle for 1,000 to win. We appreciate you tuning in as always, and we will see you at a racetrack soon.
This copyrighted broadcast of Extreme eSpeed TV Network is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without express written consent of the Extreme eSpeed TV Network is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast.